It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Joe Mixon. He was terrific a week ago with a 119-yard game. It's the Texans and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback. The second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line. Ready.
Now Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At their 49-yard line.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They start the drive with White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. Being chased out left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go up the middle with White, and he's going to be met at about the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy 80.
Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Got ready.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Levante David, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
He's got a man complete. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, Smith. It's caught by Mike Evans. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikings looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you can see they lead the visiting Arizona Cardinals at halftime. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns thus far. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bears still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's hauled away inside the 30.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
Now Geno on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Hey, here we go, Sunday.
Geno's going to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Breaks through the contact. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Ready, go!
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That is caught by Dell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Mixing up the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stroud sets up the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Buying time to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Gino. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. From the 50, it's Smith. Looking downfield for Godwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Stroud. He's got it. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Texans 17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Hey, we go.
They run straight ahead here with White. Run past the 30-yard line there. And now they're in the hurry-up.
31 brings up second down.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First down, here's White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. Hey, on turbo.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. White not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try again. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Levante David able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Throwing now is Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Stroud will look to throw once more. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Stroud to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Again, it's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs laying himself out in the end zone. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Gino. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So Stroud and the Texans down by 7. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Connecting with Mixon. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy it a whole lot.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Stroud to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's back. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. On the delay, it's Mixon, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Stroud looks to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Stroud back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's 1st and 10. To throw with Stroud. This to possibly force OT. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bucs, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.